All right, good morning everybody. So we're back over at the 4x2, looking great, smelling even better. Plants are coming along great. I'm gonna go ahead and give them some water because you can see the soil from this angle right here. It's totally dry. I've only been giving it water for the last week, trying to pull back on the amount of foop that I give it, just because I noticed some of the buildup on the outside of the fabric pots. So I kind of want to try and just stop that from happening. I'll probably start giving it foop again like next week, but for the rest of this week it's only going to be straight water, because that seems to be lessening the amount of buildup that I'm getting on the outside of the pot. I'm told that the buildup is a normal thing, but I also just don't want to create any problems or give it more than it actually needs. The plants are doing excellent, so I don't really feel like I need to up the nutrients or anything like that. So next week I'm going to go back and give it some food, but for now I'm just going to stick with regular water. It looks great, smells excellent. It's totally sticky. I can't even touch any of this stuff or else my hands get totally sticky like instantly. So this is going to be an excellent harvest whenever it's finished. So I'm going to go through water. I get a lot of comments about the watering wand. A lot of people like that watering wand, so I'll just show you how I use it again. I put the link up a bunch of times and a lot of different comments in the descriptions. I'll probably throw it up in this one too, just so you guys have it. It's an excellent little item from Temu, and it's less than $20, so definitely get it if you feel like you're struggling with watering with the fucking watering can. I've spilled tons of water all over the place with the stupid ass watering can, and especially when you have all these plants like very tight together like this, you can spill water. Like if you're going from, let's say, this pot here to that one, and then also you have this trellis and these bars in the way, it's kind of a pain in the ass to water. So watering wand comes in handy. So I'm going to just put you on this tripod and just show you a little bit of me watering these plants. It's not really going to be anything special, just regular old water. Alright, so just a little close-up. I'm getting a lot of comments on the watering wand. People love it. It's a great item, so I don't really blame you, This is what it is. It's this right here. So let me just show you real quick. It comes in pieces. So when you're getting it, let me just take it apart and show you kind of what happens here. So it's just a 6-foot hose, which is this gray hose right here. So it's 6 feet of this hose. I have it running right into the bucket. So you see how I clip it right there with the paper clip? This is just so it doesn't come out of the water. But then inside of this bucket, it goes in. You see it, how it's going in? The clip is just designed just to keep it so it doesn't come out. Clip it to the side, hook the hose up, clip it, hook it up, and now this all detaches. So the end of it looks like this, just a little hose. This is a little piece that clips onto the end, which I will show you. This piece right here, this is the battery operated piece. This is where you're going to be able to charge it when it goes dead. You're just basically putting it right in here like this. So this just snaps on like that. And then this slide piece right here, I actually cut it. It used to have like a little extension on it. I cut it because it was a pain in the ass. This thing, then you just kind of put it on here, tighten it up. That basically attaches the hose to the battery operated spray part, and then right here on this part goes this, which is the actual wand. So you just kind of screw it on like that, tighten it up. You can adjust this right here. You can spin it back and forth to get either the fine spray or the like the direct spray or whatever. I always just kind of prime it up in this bucket, just because I don't want to have any issues. So I just hit power, and then as you can see, after about 3 to 4 seconds, water starts to come out. I have it set on that particular setting right now, which is kind of like the shower setting or whatever. I use it inside the bucket first, Usually spray the insides of the bucket off, get any type of like, you know, foam or whatever that builds up. And now this thing is ready to go to the plants. So since the hose is, see the hose right here, 6 feet, it's more than enough distance to run right over to the tent and then right where the plants are. So let me show you what it looks like when I actually have it set up to go to the plants. All right, so here we go. Watering wand hooked up. Running it over to the plant tent. As you can see, here's the hose. Here's the end. I always have a towel with me because if you keep this thing on an angle like this, downwards, water will drip out. So I always make sure I have a towel just in case little, you know, spots fall out, ready to go. Then you just put it right into the pot, push the button, and then the water is being drawn right from that bucket through the hose into the pots directly. There's no mess. I don't have to wipe up a whole liter of water that I've spilled on the floor, or any type of like little drips or anything like that I spill, because I've definitely done that a whole shitload of times. And it's not fun, it's not enjoyable, it's a waste of water, it's a waste of time. So this thing enables me to just get it directly from the bucket right into the pot. So let me see if I can put you guys a little closer so you can see it in action. It's nothing special, but hey, you know, people seem to really like this watering wand. So I'll show you what it's all about. All right, so this is the pot right here. You can see it. This is the wand. You can see the soil. It is very, very dry. So we're gonna go through, and I don't measure the amount of water that I'm, you know, giving. I just kind of generously give water in here until it's fully saturated. So you can see the water is pretty much like pooling up on the top of the soil. If you give it a minute, it'll just kind of like sink in. So I'm going to stop watering this one for a second. You know, wait, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You can see that the water is already seeping into the medium, which is fine. That's what I'm looking for, just full saturation. I'm not looking for, you know, there's a little bit of runoff happening on the sides of the pot. So that's pretty much good. Maybe I'll just give it a little bit of a bonus, you know, 5 seconds. Okay, done. Then we're gonna move on to the next one. Right there, same procedure. Put the wand right in, water. Make sure you give it a, you know, generous amount of water. You don't want to skimp on these things, just water. And I usually go until there's a very, very little bit of runoff coming down the side of the pot or coming out of the bottom of the pot into this tray right here, which is why I have the tray underneath, just to catch any water. Any water that comes out of the bottom, the plant will generally take it back up through the bottom, so you're not really going to waste any of it. So it's kind of a win-win situation. You don't have any mess on the floor of the tent, and the plant will get the water that it needs. There's no water that's wasted. It's all going to go into the plant at some point, either right now through the top when I'm watering it or through the bottom. So this thing right here is great. I've had it for, I don't know, maybe a year, and it's probably one of the best things that I've bought for the garden to actually help me out to make my life easier. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do maybe one more, and then the rest of them I'm not going to show you. So let's see if I can move over here. Okay, now this one in the back is the most difficult one to get, and I'll tell you why. Because getting underneath this trellis is very, very difficult. However, with the watering wand, makes it a little bit easier. So let's see if I can get to the point where you can actually see underneath this trellis. So can you see that pot back there, all the way in the back? So with the watering wand, again, it's maybe a foot, no, it's probably about 18 inches or 2 feet. So I go all the way back, and then I just turn it on. So I don't have to worry about spilling anything. It's going right to the back. So I don't know if you can really see it, but it makes watering that plant extremely easy, no mess, no pain in the ass. So it makes it way easier. All right, so I went through, watered everybody. Everybody's got some water. Plants are looking great, smelling great. I do see a couple leaves in here that I want to defoliate, but I just do not have time to do that right now. So that's gonna have to wait until tomorrow, or maybe even like, you know, on the weekend or something like that when I have time. But for the most part, they're looking good, smelling good, and they are watered. So until tomorrow, got nothing else to really do for today, but check me back tomorrow for an update, all right? Thanks for everybody watching, commenting, subscribing, all of that. Thank you so much, it means a lot. And see you guys tomorrow.